You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. And thank you.
Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
This is Night Dreams Talk Radio Network News, and I'm James Creechbaum. For all the truckers out there, here's a little bit of some weather for you. A low-pressure system is in the process of intensifying across the plains and will make a beeline toward the portions of the Midwest and Great Lakes. That's today, and the storm will also be a big snow and wind maker in parts of the Rockies, as well as some of the prairies in Montana, the Dakotas, and Nebraska. Upper Midwest winter storm. Snow will develop tonight and Tuesday across the northern and central plains. Short-lived bursts of heavy snow may create hazardous travel conditions, even if the snow accumulations are not that high. Now, snow will also develop Tuesday and Tuesday night across parts of the Midwest, and will continue into Wednesday in the Great Lakes. The greatest chance of significant snowfall in excess of 8 inches is over northern Illinois and lower Michigan, including portions of the Chicago metro area, and expect delays are probably going to be likely in the Chicago area airports. Snowfall rates could exceed 1 inch per hour over some of these areas. Now, the heavy snow rates combined with gusty winds will lead to hazardous road conditions over much of that region. Snowstorm is coming to large Midwest freight markets this week. The developing storm could have significant effects on Midwest freight markets in the coming days. Heavy snow and gusty winds will likely slow down truckers, as well as disrupt air cargo flows at airports. Yowie. Well, they fled inland to escape Australian fires, one expert claims. We're mainly getting reports from other areas. It is hard to say why, but I expect Yowies have moved out of their comfort zone, out of their natural area, and are therefore keeping their heads down more. Having a powerful sense of smell, the Yowies got a whiff of the smoke long before humans and animals and headed inland. It would appear the Yowies headed east until they reached the edge of the rainforest, as it meets the dry outback. Ukraine, an 83-year-old woman revived 10 hours after death. An 83-year-old resident of Ukraine for more than 10 hours showed no signs of life. Doctors stated the death of a resident of a region in Ukraine, but after 10 hours she woke up. Doctors are absolutely sure that this time the woman had no signs of life. Previously, the elderly woman suddenly felt very unwell, but when the ambulance arrived at the scene, they declared the death of the woman. The patient's pulse was not felt, and the cardiogram showed a straight line. According to the latest information from the local media, the woman is currently feeling satisfactory. Doctors are still at a loss as they cannot explain the miracle that happened. Climate change could be a national security threat, report warns. Even in scenarios of low warming, each region of the world will face severe risk to national and global security in the next 3 decades, according to a report by the Center of Climate and Security. To avoid such dire impacts, the report recommends quickly reducing and phasing out greenhouse gas emissions. The globe was warmed about 2 degrees Fahrenheit since pre-industrial times. That is what the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration has said. The assessment is clear. Climate change is a pressing risk to national and global security and will evolve to become a severe and systematic threat the more we allow global temperatures to rise. New coronavirus cases fall in China, but who concerned by global spread? China reported a sharp fall in the new deaths and cases of the coronavirus on Saturday, but World Health officials warned it was too early to make predictions about the outbreak as new infections continued to rise in other countries. Chinese authorities said the mainland had 397 new confirmed cases on Friday, down from 889 the day earlier. The number surged elsewhere, with outbreaks worsening in South Korea, Iran, Italy, and Lebanon. MIT develops asteroid strike decision map. Scientists have come up with a way to decide upon the best response to an incoming apocalyptic asteroid. The system works by weighing up various factors such as size, shape, mass, and momentum of the incoming space rock, and then coming up with the best option to avoid it reaching Earth's gravitational keyhole, the point of no return past which a collision is all but inevitable. Depending on the circumstances, it will suggest one of three options: deflect the asteroid with a projectile, send a probe up to take more measurements, and send two probes up to both take more measurements and to slightly alter the asteroid's course to make option one more viable later. Scientists discover breathable oxygen in a galaxy outside of the Milky Way for the first time. The only problem is it's 581 million light years away. Based on the readings, the team estimates there could be more than 100 times as much oxygen in Markarian 231 galaxy as has so far been observed in the Milky Way. The team believes further research could help them understand how oxygen distributes factor into the development of galaxies and how that can create some of the necessary preconditions for the formation of life. NASA reveals shocking ice cap melt in Antarctica after record heat. New images from Antarctica's record heat wave show the rapid greening of an island ice cap. 2 weeks ago, the temperature in Antarctica topped at 18.3 degrees Celsius or 64.9 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the hottest weather on record for the icy southern continent. NASA has now released dramatic new images of the extensive ice melt caused by the recent heat wave, which ran from February 5th to the 13th. Captured by NASA's Landsat 8 satellite, the before and after snapshots exposed the rapid greening of Eagle Island, a landmass at the tip of the Antarctic Peninsula, over the course of 9 days. NASA estimates that this one heat wave caused 20% of the region's entire seasonal snow accumulation to melt on Eagle Island. Legend of Mothman, how everything started. The first sighting came in the early 1960s. A woman was driving along Route 2 near the Ohio River with her father. As she neared the Chief Cornstalk haunting grounds, a large man-shaped figure walked out onto the road. Scattered sightings continued for several years afterwards. In 1968 especially, a number of hairy humanoids with glowing eyes were seen on Jericho Road. And on September 18th, people at the TNT area supposedly saw Mothman once more putting in his last appearance, it seems. However, Mothman has been sighted dozens of times last year and a few more times going into this year. But, not surprisingly, most scientists scoffed at this theory. They said it was probably just some normal kind of bird. The favorite culprit was a sandbill crane. These large birds have reddish patches on their heads, accounting for the Mothman's red eyes, and a large specimen would reach roughly the size attributed to Mothman. Ancient armadillo, the size of a car, discovered in dried-up riverbed. A farmer has found a 20,000-year-old remains of 4 prehistoric armadillos that grew to the size of a car at the bottom of a dried-out riverbed. They developed in South America around 20 million years ago and spread to southern regions of North America after the continents connected several million years ago. Hundreds of Roman wine amphorae found in an underwater cave. Marine archaeologists have made an amazing discovery in an underwater cave in Spain, Spanish islands. They found a large number of amphorae in the cave, which were apparently deliberately deposited in the cavern. The reason for this is a mystery, but one possible explanation is that they were left there as part of some ancient ritual. Next news break, top of the hour.
From the compound in beautiful Gig Harbor, from the Pacific to the Atlantic to you worldwide. Good evening or morning, depending on your time zone. This is Gary on Night Dreams Talk Radio. We have a full tank of gas in our rig. We're ready to take you down the road of the paranormal. Tonight at 7:05, we're going to be talking about UFOs with UFO videos. Are they fake? Are they real? Well, you need to get a nice comfy chair, a glass of hot chocolate or something. Find yourself an easy chair next to that fireplace, and let's get ready for a real ride in the paranormal. And James, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good. How you been?
I am doing marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Well, a lot of, wacky news, but not a lot, but more than normal has come up. You know, things like snakes again tonight.
Oh, no. I'm still having nightmares from the last snake story you had.
Could you imagine you're a woman? You're going into the where you keep your dishes and cups and all that stuff, the cupboard, and you reach to bring down some dishes. Instead, you grab a snake. Well, that's and not just one, but two of them. And that happened in the UK.
Wow. I got to tell you, I couldn't imagine reaching in my cupboard and having not one but two snakes. I probably bit them too.
I have no idea. You mean the lady bit the snakes, or the snakes probably bit her? I don't know. But I tell you what, it seems like, they did an article back a month ago. What happened if the spiders decided to team up and eat all the humans? And they said they could eat all the humans within a year on this planet. Well, are the snakes now actually decided, well, you know what? We're not going to let the spiders, eat the mankind. We'll do it. I have no idea, but it's been a lot of snake reports almost every day.
There have been. It's ranging from the one that was at the restaurant there. That somebody had found one on their pizza in the oven. They're turning up in bed pillow casings. They're falling out of the ceiling. They're just everywhere, Gary. It amazes me. I think the snakes are picking up